What's up guys, this is Cody here with iPhoneHacks.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 features in iOS 9. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one I want to talk about is the app switcher. So you can see right here, if I go ahead and pull up the app switcher, you'll notice that we have a complete redesign of our app switcher. Now it's going to actually work the same way as the previous app switcher in iOS 8. So if you want to close out of an application, you can just swipe up on it right there. If you wanted to open one up, then you can obviously just tap on it. But I just think it looks a little bit better, and you'll also notice that we have our springboard all the way over to the right rather than on the left. So usually our springboard or our home screen would be right over here. Well, now we actually have it right here. So they kind of swap that up. Now you also notice that we get a nice little blur as the application or the app cards come in or go out over there on the left-hand side. So just a nice little touch. And next we have Proactive, and Proactive is Apple's answer to Google Now. So you can access this just by swiping over from the left, just like that. So you can see right up here at the top that we have our Siri suggestions. So we have our contacts right up here. So if we wanted to call one of them, we can just tap on one, and it's going to give us the ability to call, message, or just get the info. And we can also minimize that just by re-tapping it or tapping it again. And you can also see that we have some application suggestions right there. Right below that, we're going to have nearby locations or points of interest. So if we tap on show more, you can see that we actually get 6 right here. So if we tap on those, or like the gas stations or restaurants or bars, then it's actually going to show nearby locations for that particular point of interest. Now right down here we also have our news. So of course if you wanted to get the latest scoop on whatever news it's showing you down here, then you can do so very quickly and very easily. Now in addition to Proactive, Spotlight and Siri are actually much more intelligent in iOS 9 as well. So type search queries deliver more relevant results in even more categories. So you can search for music, movies, and the latest results for your favorite sports teams and a whole lot more. And also with Siri, you can actually create a reminder by grabbing the content on the current screen. So for instance, if I go ahead and go into my mail, you can see that I have Humble Bundle right here. So let's just say that I don't have time to look at this right now, but I will tomorrow at 9 a.m. So let's go ahead and create a reminder of that. Hey Siri, remind me of this tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Okay, I'll remind you.
So you can see here that it's created a reminder, and it's really easy to know what that reminder is because it grabbed basically just the subject of that email. So that's really nice. So at 9 a.m. I'll be able to check that out if I need to. Now we also have a new app called Wallet. Now it's not necessarily a new app, it actually just replaces Passbook in iOS 9, but it does a whole lot more. You can see right here that I actually don't have anything in this. I don't use this on a daily basis. But in addition to storing your Apple Pay cards, you can actually keep retail credit cards, reward cards, boarding passes, tickets, and a whole lot more. And Apple Pay now supports retail credit cards and reward cards too. So that's going to include things like Kohl's Charge, JCPenney credit cards, Dunkin' Donuts DD Perks, Walgreens balance cards, and My Panera. So it's not just for debit and credit cards anymore. Also in iOS 9, we have low power mode. So you can see right here, if we go ahead and open up our settings, we scroll down here to battery and open that up, you can just toggle on low power mode. It's going to give you a little pop-up right here that basically tells you everything that it's going to do. So you can see that mail is only going to be fetched manually, background app refresh and downloads are disabled, motion and brightness are reduced, and networking speed may be reduced. So you just tap on continue right there, and you'll also always notice that you're in low power mode when you see your battery is yellow. So for instance, if you're having network issues and you notice that your battery is yellow, that probably means that you're in low power mode and you might want to toggle that off. Now another really cool feature is the back button. So let's say for instance that we're in our settings app right here, and then we get a notification right up here at the top. So if we open this up, you can see that when we open that up, we're going to have a back to settings button right there. So we can tap on that, and it's going to go directly back to settings, allowing us to go back to what we were previously doing after we're done with whatever message that we had. So probably the coolest part of iOS 9 is being able to multitask on the iPad. So there's actually 3 ways to do it, and I'm going to walk you through all 3 of them. So let's say, for instance, that we open up Safari, and we're just browsing Safari right here. So let's say that we wanted to quickly take a note. So we just swipe over right here. We have our notes. So now we can just type in whatever we wanted to. So let's just say that we were going to buy a new lens. So now we have that a note, and then we can just swipe it away. So whenever we want to access that again, we can always just swipe it back. Or if we didn't want to just take a note and we wanted to open up a different application, then we can do so just by swiping down right up here at the top. So we're just going to swipe down on that pull tab, and you can see that we have all of our applications right here, allowing us to quickly open up any of those applications. So let's say, for instance, that we wanted to open up a video. So we're going to tap on video right here, and you can see that we're actually playing a video right here in the side panel. Now, if we wanted to, you'll also notice we have a little pull tab right there. So if we slide that over, then this is actually going to give us split view. So now we have a bigger screen, and then we can actually interact with both of these at the exact same time, as you can tell. Now, if for instance you don't want to have all this black space right here, you can actually pop this out for a picture-in-picture view. So if we tap on this, you'll notice a little button right there. So if we tap on that, it's going to pop out just like that. So now we can swipe this away, and this is actually going to stay on top. So that's pretty cool. You can also resize this to 2 different sizes, and you can lock this in on any of the 4 corners, as you can see right there. So a really awesome way to multitask on the iPad. Now, I did show you a quick glance of the new Notes app, but there's quite a few features that you can see right here. So if we go ahead and open this up, let's just say that we were going to make a new note, as you can see right there. So now let's say that we wanted to add a photo. Well, you can actually do that just by hitting this little camera right here. You can go to your photo library, or you can take a photo. So we're just going to go to our photo library here, and let's say that we were going to just throw in one of these screenshots that I have right here for some reason. I'm not sure how I got that. But we can also draw a doodle. So if we just type this in right here, let's just say that we are taking measurements for whatever reason, then we can do so just by making a quick sketch. So we can change the colors, and you can, put in measurements right here. I'm a fantastic artist, as you can see right there. And then all you have to do is just tap done, and it's going to put it right there in the Note application. So that's actually pretty cool. Now, also, if you want to create a task, you can just tap on this little check mark right here, and then you can put in that task. So take out the garbage, just like that. So now when we go back down here, you can see if you hit enter, it's going to create another task. Now let's just say that we click right up here, and then if we wanted to check mark, you can see, just tap on that little check or that little circle, and that's going to tick off that task. So definitely a huge improvement to the Notes app. Now this is native on the iPhone as well, but in the settings we also have a search feature. So you can see right here, if we scroll all the way to the top, we have search settings. So for instance, if we wanted to look for our camera settings, then you can just type in camera, and you can see that we have quite a few different options to choose from. So we can just tap on that, and it's going to bring us directly into that setting. So that's pretty awesome as well. Now we also have a new iPad keyboard. It's actually really cool. It gives you a whole lot more functions on the QuickType keyboard. So you can see right here, if we go ahead and open up our mail, you'll notice that we have some additional options right here. So for instance, we can bold, italicize, and underline right here. If we tap on this, you can see that you get a little option right here. So if we tap on bold and then we start to type, everything's in bold. We also have the ability to use the keyboard just like a trackpad. So you take 2 fingers, you press down, and then you swipe across. And you can actually highlight right there if you wanted to. So let's just say that we were going to highlight this entire thing. So then what we would want to do, you can have the cut, copy, and paste right over here. So we're going to copy this, we're going to tap right over here, hit enter a few times, and then we're going to paste it just like that. So you can use cut, copy, and paste right here as well. Also, if you wanted to obviously attach a photo, you can see you can add attachments or you can add photos. So photo, you guys know how to do that, but if you tap on attachments here, if you have iCloud Drive set up, then you can actually attach files from iCloud Drive, which I actually don't have set up right now, but that's a really cool feature as well. Now, another really cool feature is Apple is allowing developers to customize that shortcut bar in their own app. So you're actually going to see it filled with useful functions related to the specific app that you're using. It's not always going to be the exact same thing. Now, using a physical keyboard with your iPad is even better too, because iOS 9 supports a whole host of new shortcuts, including the ability to switch between apps just using the keyboard. Now, transit direction is actually going to be pretty cool as well. It's not something that I can actually demo just because it's not available in my city, but what it does is allow you to navigate cities using public transport, including buses, subways, and even ferries. And the transit view, as you can see right here, gives you basically a step-by-step direction to your route and tells you how long it's going to take until you reach your destination. And we also have a brand new native app called News. Now what News does is it's kind of like Flipboard if you've ever used Flipboard before, where basically you decide what you want to look at, what you're interested in when you set this application up, and then it's going to build a feed for you. And that feed is actually interactive, so you're going to get a lot of cool little animations. You're going to be able to play videos, look at pictures, obviously read, and all that kind of cool stuff. So it's really interesting how they have it all set up. I'm looking forward to checking it out and seeing if it's actually better than Flipboard. But that's all I have for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys want to see more of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe. All right, guys, until next time, peace.